number 82, and specifically, welcome aboard Skyship 500. It's exactly 50 years since the SBAC, the trade association of the British aviation industry, gave its first show. And since then, successive Farnboroughs have charted the history of the design and development of aircraft in this country and abroad. But here's advanced theory put into practice, heading the very impressive combined presentation of British aerospace, their first new airliner since the Trident, the four-engined high-wing feeder liner, the 146. Two in the show, flown by Peter Sedgwick and Peter Smith, and the first 146 only flew for the first time last September. The chief test pilot of the 146 project is Mike Goodfellow. Mike, your only purpose in demonstrating the aeroplane at Farnborough is to sell it. So how do you set about that?
Well, we like to demonstrate the takeoff and landing performance, which is one of the major selling points of the aeroplane. And by demonstrating a short takeoff and a short landing, and of course a slow-speed flypast to show the low-speed capability of the aeroplane, together with a very small radius turn to show the low-speed maneuverability, together, of course, with its quietness, which is also a very important selling point, particularly for those airlines working in or out of heavily populated areas.
Because the aircraft is intended for the markets of the world, is it, shall I say, an easy aeroplane to fly, bearing in mind that you are going to have to teach a lot of pilots how to fly?
That's one of the most important features of the aeroplane. The handling is extremely good. It's very, very easy to fly accurately and safely, with huge margins of safety about all aspects of it. And in particular, I think its low-speed handling characteristics are bound to keep people well away from trouble.
How do you look to the future of the aeroplane as a whole, quite apart from your own task in it?
I'm very confident that it fills a vital slot between the smaller turboprops and the smaller mainline airliners, which has not been adequately covered up till now. And on the one hand, it has the airfield performance, the takeoff and landing, short takeoff and landing performance of the larger turboprops, and yet it has the comfort and economy of the larger airplanes like the 737, 111, and DC-9, and so forth.
All British design and assembly, American engines by Lycoming, who build the wing. The 146 offered from scratch in two versions. The Series 100 is an 82-93-seater, and the 200 has a slightly larger fuselage and up to 109 passengers. And next month, the fifth 146 to be built is off on a 60,000-mile world sales tour. It is very important to the British aviation industry as a whole that the 146 should do well. Back to British civil types and an excellent old-timer, and I'm not just referring to its pilot Robbie Robinson. The HS-748 first flew 22 years ago. To date, 360 have been sold to 79 operators in 50 countries, earning more than £400 million in foreign currency, and this is the latest version. It's the Scottish division of British Aerospace which produces this member of the family, the new Jetstream 31. The first production aircraft made its maiden flight last March, but it was the old Hanley Page company who started the Jetstream back in the 60s, and it's fair to say it's had its ups and downs. 27 of the earlier version were in service with the Royal Air Force and Royal Navy as trainers, but now fitted with American Garrett turboprop engines, the Jetstream 31 is aimed for the commuter, corporate and executive market of the world, in which there is money to be made, recession or no. And here's a British aerospace product which has done very nicely, thank you, in precisely that field. The HS-125, again launched by one of the old companies, de Havilland. The prototype first flew in August '62, powered by two Rolls-Royce Vipers. But since the first delivery 2 years later, 550 125s have been sold in 33 countries, including 330 in the United States, and that's really flogging refrigerators to Eskimo. In fact, 80% of 125 sales have been for export, netting a cool £500 million in overseas earnings. This latest version, the Series 700, which we first saw here 6 years ago, has American Garrett turbofans and is a lot quieter than its predecessors.